guidelines. And that's behind. Let's be high.
Let's go!
Ooh!
But David already told us what to do when we get it.
Right. He's about to tell y'all to buy CAD. I'm just letting y'all know. Right. Charlie.
What's up, what's up, what's up? New York, where you at?
Hey!
Let's go, let's go. I like the energy, I like the energy. All right, guys, so what I'm going to speak about today is something that's very, very important with trading, all right? And that's your psychology, your mental. Who goes on my intermediate study halls?
Me.
Beginner study halls.
Me.
Y'all know I always preach to y'all how mindset is everything when it comes to trading. If you don't have the proper mind, you cannot focus, you cannot trade properly, you will make mistakes. So today, what I want to talk about is how you can get in the mind frame of getting into a trade, getting on the charts, being patient, getting rid of those emotions that you have attached to your money. Those emotions will leave you broke. It has come to me that when I'm focused on trading and I'm analyzing my chart, everything is out the window. My fear, my sadness, my happiness. You have to be a robot, literally, on the charts. No emotions at all. So, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how you can get to that point. How many of you here feel like you need to trade every day? Raise your hand. All right. Y'all know I only trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. For 2 hours. When I'm on the sessions with y'all. That's it. That's all I do. I just trade that during that time. I used to be like you when I first started. I'm keeping raw and clear. I used to be like you. I used to be on my charts, literally maybe 12, 18 hours a day, studying though. But what happened was, came to a point where I learned about myself in that time that not every trade is a perfect trade. Let's be real. 95% of people that start learning how to trade fail. Can anybody tell me why? Overtrading. Anybody? Greed? FOMO? Lack of skill set?
No trading plan.
No trading plan? No confidence? No discipline? All great. All good reasons. But again, the number one reason why? Emotion. Somebody said in the back. Who said that? Emotion. I want you guys to get into the mindset where once you put your money in your broker, it's their money. It is their money until you withdraw. That money isn't real until you withdraw from your account. Every time I deposit money into my account, I take account that that money will be gone. That will leave me emotionless from my money. Now, when I go ahead and take a trade and I win, I don't celebrate it. I celebrate it when I withdraw. I celebrate it when it hits my bank account. I celebrate it when it hits my bank account and I pay a bill with it. So, Those of you that say that you feel like you need to trade every day, I'm going to ask you this question. Why? Why do you feel that way?
Not missing out.
Not missing out, okay. Addiction. Okay. Any other reasons?
I think it's FOMO.
FOMO?
You're gonna miss that move.
All great reasons again, but there's a deeper understanding. There's a deeper why than that. Some of you may feel like y'all want to make a lot of money every day, right? Why is that? What is your current situation like that's making you feel that way? Are you tired of your 9-to-5 job? Are you not making enough to live? Do you have too much debt? So?
All of the above.
All of the above. I want those reasons to be why you don't trade every day. Because if you do, those reasons will accumulate. The more you trade every day, you are risking your money in the markets. That goes hand to hand what your schedule is like. If you're trading every day, you got no life. To be honest, we got into trading because we want freedom, right? So why are we trading every day? Why are we making it a job? Why? I didn't get into trading for it to be another job. I'll tell you that much. I did it for time freedom, financial freedom, and to teach all of you. Purpose. Guys, before 6 years ago, when I started learning how to trade, I was doing it for the money solely. And that's what hindered my success. That's why it took me so long to get to here. Every day I was learning, I was trying to study the markets, trying to find out how this thing works, trying different strategies. Let's talk about that for a second. How many of you feel like y'all are trying every single strategy and not being successful at it? Who's done that? I have. You need to stick to one strategy. One. Not every strategy is 100% accurate. The master candle system is proven to be 90% accurate if you know how to use it.
Absolutely.
If you don't know what you're doing, then that strategy may make you 50%, 40%. But stick to one strategy. There's no reason why you need to, try different strategies out. If it's working, it's working. Why fix it if it's not broken? Mixing strategies. Who's mixing strategies? Why? Why are you mixing strategies? It don't make no sense. It has certain guidelines, it has certain rules specific for that strategy. If you start mixing them, you're going to lose money. Just keeping it real here. Now, another thing I do as like a routine of mine when I get into trading right before the scalping sessions, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, for 2 hours, is I watch some motivation, I try to do something positive to get me in that mind frame. Because if you're stressed while you're trading, you're going to stress trade. You're going to revenge trade. Who's guilty of revenge trading? Do you want to know why you are revenge trading? Emotions. Your emotions is too attached to your money. Leave it out the door. Leave those emotions out the door because they're going to hinder you. I'm telling you from experience. For 4 years I struggled. For 4 years I struggled to be profitable in the markets because of my emotions. I'm here to tell you, don't put your emotions into it. Do you want to go through 4 years of failure? Do you want to go through 5, 3, 2? Even 6 months can leave you back. All we ask you as educators is to follow directions. Right? We give you what's needed. But because of your emotions, you're not successful. And we're here to help you do that. That's what we want for all of you. Now, it's not to say that you become emotionless in the charts and then you're emotionless in life. That's not the case. When you're in your time frame of trading, so for me, for those 2 hours, I got no distractions. I know my money is belonging to the broker until I withdraw. And any stop loss that I place, I already accounted for that loss. How many of you place a stop loss and whatever lot size you put, you're probably over leveraging. That's another thing. And you didn't account for how much that can affect your count. For me, I risk only 10% per trade. That's it, 10%. Some of you are risking 50% of your account. And that's why your stop loss is getting hit. That's why you're getting margin called by the broker. That's why you are losing money, because you do not account for risk. Ryan is the king of risk management. Have y'all been on his sessions when he talks about risk management?
Yes. May 6 to May 7.
Who here has been on a session with Ryan when he talks about risk management and their trading instantly became profitable?
Well, then you need to get on my sessions. I ain't seen enough hands. Go ahead, John.
Is you salty though? Is you salty?
No,
it ain't.
Oh, okay.
10% per trade. We recommend you do 1 to 3% because you are a beginner. Okay? When you get confident enough to place a trade without having to worry about it hitting stop loss, without it having to, get margin called, then you can, up the risk a bit. Only then. So I say this to tell you, have a trading plan. There's a whole trading plan in the back office. How many of you are honestly using it? That's a problem when not all your hands are up. That is a huge problem. Did you know what a trading plan does? It gives you your schedule for trading. It tells you what pairs you're trading. You already know what my pairs are. Definitely not you, Jay. Definitely not you, Jay. Now you know why I came to the conclusion that USD JPY is not my pair. It's not that. Exactly. I lost so much money on USD JPY. I lost too much money from USD JPY, so I threw it out.
So your emotions were in it.
My emotions were in it. And that was my first 4 years. First 4. That's why whenever somebody asks about USD JPY, I'm like, here we go. Here we go. Trading plan. What time of day are you trading? Are you trading New York? Are you trading London? Some of you are trading out of the session when there's no movement. You're gonna be in that trade for a long time. A very long time. Some of y'all are trading pairs that's not within their session. It ain't moving till New York and you trading it during London. Or you're trading it during Asian and it don't move till London. You're gonna wait a whole half a day for something to happen. Make sure that the pairs that you are comfortable with are trading during the times that you are trading, that your schedule permits. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, the only sessions are Asian session that you could trade, and if you want to stay up, London session. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, I do not wake up for London session, like at all. And the times that I do, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty.
It's not a good look for you.
No, it's not. I can't trade London. I can't stay up. That's just me. So I know London's out the session, out the thing. But what I do know is that London overlaps New York. So I could trade Great Britain pound. I can trade euro during New York. In addition to USD, Canadian, but you would only know that if you're in the back office. So figure out the pairs that you want to trade. You should figure out first what times you're going to trade first before knowing what pairs you're going to trade, because that's what's going to dictate your success. Asian, who can tell me what currencies move during Asian session? JPY? Aussie? NZD? That's it. Chef moves during London. Y'all want to know why? Because the Swiss franc is in Europe. Euro equals London session. It all connects. During London session, what pairs can you trade? Euro, pound, NZD. I mean, you could trade EU, trade GBP, USD, you can trade GBP, JPY, you can trade GBP Chef. GBP Chef is probably the best pair because both currencies are in Europe. So you could trade during London. That means that if you're trading GBP CHF during New York session or Asian session, you're not gonna make any money. I'm just telling you that. I don't even trade that pair, but I know I'm not gonna make money during New York session. I don't need to see a chart to be able to know if I'm gonna make money off it just because of the time. Some of y'all are trading too many pairs. I stick to just CAD. That's 6 pairs. That's 6 options. And if y'all on the Blues Brothers session only, call out maybe 3 or 4. You want to know why that is? Trading plan, risk management. It's too many trades to take in one session, especially during a 2-hour window. I can catch 20, 30 pips with each one, but am I really going to risk my account? No. Why? I took my emotions out. In a show of hands, I'm going to ask you a question. Why is it that you're trading? I'm going to call on a couple of you. So raise your hand if you don't have to raise your hand if nobody wants to tell. But why is it that you're trading?
Oh, for me, financial freedom and wealth for my grandchildren.
Okay. Wealth for her grandchildren. That's her why. You. In the back, behind you.
It's like the same thing for me, where it's like definitely having generational wealth for my family, from my friends, like all my people, like that's my people, you feel me? I want to make sure that they good, not just like for my kids, but so that my grandkids, kids, like you're saying, is not worried about that.
That's another why.
So I can teach this skill to everyone, like he said, just pass on the knowledge further on.
To pass it on. Why do you want to pass it on?
Nobody works. Nobody in my family ever works.
Nobody in his family doesn't work. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Just want time. Just want to change the time that I do things. Don't want to be set to a regular 9-to-5 job.
Okay.
So time to do things.
Why is that? Why is time so important to you?
I mean, time with family is key. Can't get that back.
Okay. Hesitated a little bit though.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of reasons, but the main thing
Yeah.
is family.
Main thing is family. You need to ask yourself questions like that. Why are you trading? It can't be just for money. It can't be just for time. What are you going to do with that time? What are you going to do with that money? I'll tell you mine. My why is when I was growing up, all I saw was my mom on food stamps, my mom working at a motel during nights. When she met my stepdad, and they were still on food stamps, still trying to get help from the government, and it was a struggle just to get that help. The government it says that they're there to help you, but make it impossible for you to get the help. Why would I want that for my own children? Why would I want my children to witness me trying to get help from a government and not being able to provide for them? When I grew up, I never been to Disneyland. We never had money to go out places. That's what I want for my children. That's what I want to do for them because I never had it. Your why needs to cut you deep. What hurts you? Bring that energy when you are going to trade. Remember why you are trying to learn how to trade. Bring that to your charts. I promise you, it's going to get you to a point to focus on what you're doing. Having a set plan to be able to make money in the market. It doesn't matter how long you're going to do it. A lot of people, they'll come into FOREX thinking that they can learn this skill set in a week. No, it's not. It may take some 3 months. It may take some 6 months. Some, it may take a year or two. But everybody's learning is different. You cannot compare yourself to another person's success. It's not going to work. If you are comparing yourselves to another person's success, it is not going to work. You are the only person that knows how you can learn this skill set. But I promise you, if you stick to it, it will get you places where you never thought you'd be. I never thought I would be able to walk this stage. Guys, in high school, I was that quiet kid in class. I didn't have friends. I didn't spot. Every time there was some kind of presentation that I had to do, I was nervous. I never thought I would be up here. Never in my life. Trading helped me with that. Trading helped me get out of my shell because it taught me about myself. All the losses that I've taken, why that loss happened, not only technically, but emotionally too. If I was revenge trading, I lost money that I needed. Let's be real. I was taking trades that were not there. There was no setup. Like, it was not clear at all. I was taking trades because I felt like I needed the money. If you are trading every day, I'm gonna scratch that. Y'all need a hobby. If you're trading every day, you need a hobby, to be honest. I mean, aside from trading those 2 hours, I'm distracted by corporate work. So I don't need to trade. I need to focus on what I'm doing. I need to make sure everything's running smoothly, right? Pick up a hobby so you don't find yourself bored and trying to trade, because that's how you lose money. Trying to find setups that are not clear, trying to take like 10 trades with a standard lot size, with a $500 account. Broker won't even let you take that many trades. Find something else to do to distract you from trading, analyzing a chart. If you find that hobby, you find yourself in a place where you'll figure out you don't need to trade every day. You can take 1 to 3 trades per week and still be profitable. Don't take every signal.
Please don't.
Do your own analysis on that signal. Make sure it is within your trading plan. If it's not a pair you don't trade it. Simple as that. There's plenty of signals that go into that chat. Plenty. Whole mess of pairs that's going in that chat. There's no reason why you need to take all of them. 1 to 3 trades, you're good. With good risk management, you can be profitable. I mean, if you take all of Blues Brothers signals, I mean, that's a different story. Also, trying to be patient. Be patient with your trades. Y'all see when I'm on the scalping sessions, the boys tell me all the time, bro, you didn't even talk the whole hour and you come out and you just throw a bunch of signals, because I'm waiting. It's okay to wait. If there's no trade, there's no trade. I'm not gonna give you a signal that is gonna go into a negative. It's possible that it does, because not everything is 100%, but I'm not gonna give you a setup that is not clear to me. that's within my parameters, that's within my trading style. I just want y'all to win, to be honest. I really do. And it hurts me when I get on like study halls or beginner study halls and I get questions like, how do you determine your stop loss, or how do you determine when a clear trade presents itself? Have you been through the back office? Because everything is laid out there, everything. And if you can't, why is that? My hope is that each and every single one of you gets to a place in your trading career if you want this to be a career. That's another thing. It doesn't have to be. There are people that's in this company that they still work a 9-to-5 job because they like their job and they do trading as a side thing, like Glow. That's okay to use trading to make some side money. You don't have to aspire to be $1 million trader. It'll be great, but it's not realistic. So I just want y'all to get to a place where you can take trading, you can make a couple trades per week, make that extra $500, $1,000 that you need to survive because your 9-to-5 is not letting you. But you can't do that if your emotions are in them. Sorry to say. Your emotions will hinder from your success, and you need to get to a place where you're emotionless. I had another thought, but I forgot it. Oh wait, it came back. And this is the last thing I'm gonna leave y'all. And then we're gonna get into like a little bit of charts, right, in a little bit. Set a goal. Set a daily goal. Set a weekly goal, set a monthly goal, set a yearly goal. How much money do you want to make per day? How much money do you want to make per week, per month, per year? If you want to make at least $100 per day, let's do some math here. If you want to make $100 per day just trading, and you want to take 20 pips. You want to get 20 pips and get out for the day. Can anybody tell me what lot size you need?
25.
Who said it? 0.5. Do you know how much money you need in your account to be able to place a 0.5 lot size? Y'all need to figure that out. I know that if I take a standard lot size for 20 pips, that's $2,000. I think I did that math right. Hold on, let me verify. Hold on, let me just think. Actually, I think that's $200 for a standard. Yeah, that's $200 per day on a standard. I know I will not be comfortable placing a standard with nothing less than $1,000 in my account. That's 10%. That's 10%. That's my risk. 20 pips for standard, $200 a day. I'm out the market. There's no need. I already got my money. I don't need to trade no more. Why? Why risk my now $1,200 for another setup that is probably not clear. That's probably like eh. You ever get those trades? Those trades, but you take it anyway, right? I don't. Not anymore. If I am not 90%, if my confirmations are not 90%, meaning if I'm looking for 4 or 5, 4 of them need to be there. If I'm going to take trades on 3 confirmations, 2 of them need to be there first. Why would I take a trade and risk my $200 for a setup that only has 1 confirmation? Doesn't make any sense. Again, these are things that you need to put your mind into. Write it down if you need to. I'm telling you, if you write it down and you have it facing your monitor, it will remind you what your goal is. And also have a reason for that goal. Why do you want to make $200 extra a day? What would it do? And write that down too. Put it somewhere that you can see it every single day. All right, Joe, let's get into some charts. Did anybody hear Sham call Bitcoin XRP earlier?
Yeah.
We're blue.
I'm holding, guys. I'm holding. 6 rings, 6 rings.
All right, y'all. So obviously it's the weekend. You can't trade currencies, obviously, because markets are closed. But what I want to do is I want to kind of go more in depth on oil and why I use it as a confluences, as a confirmation for my Canadian pairs. Now, does anybody know the relationship between oil and Canadian? How does anybody know the correlation between oil and Canadian pairs and Canadian dollar?
Money back by oil?
Positive correlation?
Yeah. Canada has the biggest reserves of oil in their country, and so whenever oil goes up, so does Canadian. So let's get into oil really quick. So oil has been, can y'all see this? All right. What trend is oil in? Uptrend. Now, I think it was like a week or two, I think it was a week ago, I was telling y'all that I wanted oil to drop. And that was because I was looking at this. A potential double top. Before this candle printed, let's go back a bit. You guys see that? Who knows what's a double top? Raise your hand. Do y'all see that? How this could have been a double top here? Do y'all understand why I was trying to sell oil? But what happened? I kept going. It broke this top. It broke this high. We're still bullish. So I'm going to continue to be bullish on oil, which means I'm going to continue to be bullish on Canadian. So what does that mean for all pairs that have Canadian in it? CAD JPY, CAD CHF. They're all going to go? They're all going to go? But what happened with these pairs? What about these pairs here? Does anybody know why these type of pairs that have the Canadian in the back, why would they go down instead of up? They have Canadian in the pair. Go ahead.
They're using the US dollar as the primary, like, as a reference.
Exactly. The currency in the front is your base. The currency in the back is your quote. So that means if USD CAD goes up, US dollar is strengthening, it's strong. Which means Canadian is down. Now here, CAD JPY. CAD is where? JPY is what? Quote. Which means what? If CAD goes up, JPY goes. There we go. So if I'm looking for oil to push up, to continue to push up, that means USD CAD, Euro CAD, NZD CAD, AUD CAD is going to go. Now, let's look at it technically. Let's say I was not gonna use oil. What trend are we in on EuroCAD? What trend are we in EuroCAD? So I'm going to continue to be AUD CAD. It is downtrend, bearish. So I'm going to continue to be GBP CAD. We are overall, yes, consolidation. But we're looking at the daily. Do y'all know how much range this consolidation is? That is 1,300 pip range. You mean I can't sell high at this top and ride it all the way down from where it's at all the way down to here? Y'all see how many pips is that? Guys, knowing what type of trader you are is also going to help. I am a scalper. I do not swing trade. That means I can cash these 500 pips going down multiple times. Because on lower time frames, there are pullbacks, there are retracements. Price does not go up or down forever. It needs to pull back. It needs to retrace. Either 50%, 61.8%, 38.2%. It needs to retrace at some point. It can never go up forever. It can never go down. So as long as you understand that, sure, the daily is consolidating, but what is the 15-minute doing? The 15-minute looks what? It's bullish. But if I'm overall downtrending, what is this for me? A pullback. So I could still take this trade on a sell, even though it's on a buy. But if I hold it long enough, it'll go into profit. USD Cad is a little bit different. I've grown to love and hate USD Cad just because sometimes since the DXY is involved, which shout out to Manny for that, for the sauce he gives you on the DXY every day. If USD is like the DXY is going up and oil is going up, this ain't going to do nothing. They need to be inversely going opposite for this pair to move. So I can analyze DXY for USD and I can analyze oil for Canadian. If I see one is going up and the other is going down, so if I see DXY up, oil down, what I'm going to do with USD CAD? I'm going to buy it because DXY is up. USD is the base. All right? Knowing those little intricate details helps because then you can decide whether to take the trade or not. If oil is consolidating, I'm not trading Canadian that day. If it's consolidating at all, I'm not trading. On a scalping, on a scalper's type of time. Because I could be on the 5 minute, it could be consolidating, but it's just waiting to break out. I just need to wait an hour or so. And it will break out. Your consolidations do not last long on a lower time frame. So knowing what type of trader you're going to be can let you know how long you have to wait for a trade. If you are a swing trader, you're probably going to wait for a setup for a couple days, maybe weeks. But if you're a scalper, there's opportunity for you every hour probably, depending if they're in their active session. So I'm gonna go over a crypto that I started trading. Some of y'all may know it. Who here has traded Dogecoin yet? I mean, MT4 traded. I'm not talking about investing. Y'all know your brokers actually have that now. So if Dogecoin's going up, I'm buying it. If Dogecoin's going down, I'm selling it. I don't need to own Dogecoin to be able to trade it on MT4. So we're gonna go over that. See if there's any setup that we could probably get into right now. But if there's no trade, there's no trade. All right, so bear with me because I'm used to having like two monitors and they're like big, and so I have to like use this small screen here.
Josh, if you turn around, you got two big ones.
Good point. Yeah. All right, so I'm on the 1 hour on Dogecoin. This is what I see. I'm going to verbally start telling you what I see so that way you know how I'm thinking when I'm analyzing my chart. Right here, I see a downtrend that happened with Doge. Right here. How many points for a trend line that needs to be for it to be valid? At least 3. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this trend valid? Now, over here, have a support. Don't worry about these wicks. These are fake outs. Y'all can see it. Came down, came back up. It did not break below here. It did not break below here. Came right back up. What did it do here? It bounced off, went straight to the moon, right? Respected that, went straight to the moon. So now we are currently in a uptrend.
Hold it.
But look, now we have a high right here, and we have a low. If Doge comes down here, breaks this, comes back, retests, I am. Here's another key level that you could use. If Doge comes down here, bounces off, comes up here, comes back down, I'm going to. That's on the hour. I most likely don't need to go down more time frames, but what you can do is if you go down time frames, you can find more levels like these, such as here, here. So now I can get a earlier entry. Down, breaks down here, comes up, I'm going to. Comes up here, breaks, comes back, I'm going to. Let's go down to the 5 minute. There's nothing else I can use. This was the high. I don't want to count these yet. So from here, came this way, went like that, came back up, and now it's on a. Actually, we can have this trend line right here. So now my selling confirmation is much more valid than my buy. I'm just playing out scenarios. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Whatever happens first, I'm taking it. So if Doge breaks below, I want to use this wick right here, 37.162. If that happens in the next few hours, we will be selling Dogecoin, and I'll announce it once that happens. But we're not getting into any trade right now. There is no setup right now. All right. So I'll let y'all know if that goes through. And that's my time. Appreciate y'all.